number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They don't have to be related. Okay, they don't have to be related. This is generation 3. Okay, horizontal line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that way if the question were given to you, generation 2, person 3 is colored in. Okay, all right. So what also has to be given to you is what kind of disease is it? Is it dominant or is it recessive? All right, so it's not going to be that easy. I'm going to say, here is a Huntington's disease pedigree, or here is a cystic fibrosis pedigree. So you only had, there are many more diseases, but you only had 2 to memorize that were dominant and 2 to memorize that were recessive. We're going to go through the recessive one in just a second. Okay? So you have to know right off the bat when the question says, this is hypercholesterolemia. Oh, that's dominant. Okay? If it's a dominant disease, that means if they have the capital letter, they have the disease. Okay? So big D, all right, remember, which is called homozygous dominant. They have the disease and it's colored in. Diseases are always colored in individuals. Okay? Big D, little d, also a dominant letter there. These are diseased individuals, they're colored in. Okay? In a dominant disease, the 2 little d's, the homozygous recessive condition, is no disease, and those individuals are clear, okay, in this pedigree. All right? Now, I just want to point out I'll point out the differences later on, but the first thing that you always do for either the recessive pedigree or the dominant pedigree is fill in the 2 little d's, okay? Because that's the first thing that you know in both of these, even though they mean different things in different pedigrees. Okay, so in this one, the first thing we're always going to fill in is that. Right? I'll talk about that later on. All right? And this is the no diseased individuals. So this one is 2 little d's. Okay? This one, 2 little d's. This one, 2 little d's. All right? And this one, 2 little d's. Okay? All right? All the other ones are either big D, or big D, little d. All right? Homozygous dominant or heterozygous. Okay? Now, if we look over here, remember, this is a mom. The circles are girls. The squares are guys. They had 4 kids together. You can see that the lines are connected. Okay? So we already know the genotype for this individual. All right? They had to have had a little d to pass on, because remember, when they make sperm and egg, they only pass on 1 gene. So mom passed on little d, dad passed on little d, and this individual got those 2 genes, all right, from mom and dad. All right? Now over here, this individual is going to be what?
Big D, no, small, oh, no.
Could they be
big D, small d, yeah.
Could they be big D? Right, we don't know because they don't have kids. So all we can put for this one is question mark. Big D, definitely, question mark. Okay, because they don't have children. And based on this that we're looking at, we can't tell. Other genetic tests are out there. Okay? All right, so we'll go over to this little family so we can figure out this kid. They had this guy married this girl, or had a family together. They had 3 children. This child, 2 small d's. So that would mean that this dad had to be what?
Big D,
Good, big D, little d. All right, heterozygous condition. All right, and then given that, you can tell that 1 and 2 are what? Big D, little d. There is no other combination, even though they have the disease, and we know that there can be 2 situations that cause the disease, but these are their parents, okay? And only dad had the big D to pass on. Mom only had little d, so they're big D, little d, okay? All right, so we go over here, okay? And we can, if we look at this small family unit, I can tell the kids first, okay? Because this parent, taking a look over here, only had little d's to pass on. These kids would have to be big D, little d, heterozygous condition, okay? But is it possible that mom could be big D, okay, or big D, little d? Is it possible? Right, because they, remember, chance has no memory. So each time they have a kid, they go back to square one, okay? They could have 19 children and the 20th one is 2 little d's. Well, then you would know, unless there's some other blood genetic test, but we're just going by this. But based on this information only, okay, we can't tell if this one is big D, little d, or big D, okay? Because they haven't had a kid that has 2 little d's. All right, so that's the dominant disease. In the recessive